Parts of Northern California and Nevada are under a state of emergency as the Caldor Fire approaches South Lake Tahoe. More than 50,000 people are being told to evacuate the region around the popular tourist destination. Hundreds of homes have already been destroyed as the fire continues to move east. Roads leading out of the area near the Nevada border were jam-packed yesterday with cars trying to get out. The fire is rapidly approaching 200,000 acres and is about 15% contained. This is early morning video of the fire reaching Echo Summit, about 11 miles south of South Lake Tahoe. Crews are worried that when the fire reaches the small city, the destruction could be as catastrophic as the 2018 Camp Fire. That is the fire that leveled the town of Paradise, California. To talk more about the Caldor Fire, I'd like to bring in Rachel Wulff from our Sacramento station, KOVR. She is live from Echo Summit. Hi, Rachel. So South Lake Tahoe is a popular year-round tourist destination. How has the Caldor Fire affected the community there?
Well, we've seen 53,000 people evacuate. We had mandatory evacuation orders as of yesterday, and it's been like what you see in a hurricane with contraflow, everybody heading out of the area. We've actually moved down from atop Echo Summit to Christmas Valley, where we have a controlled burn. So these guys are hot shots, okay? They're brought in from out of state, and they are fire professionals, if you will. And what they're doing is burning this area, this wooded area, which is right across the street, literally like 100 feet from the front door of some homes here in this subdivision. There are several hundred homes here in Christmas Valley. And so the fire we saw this morning when I was doing live shots for y'all came down the side of the mountain and was cutting across the mountain. Well, now it's eating into parts of the Christmas Valley area. We're right by the golf course, and ironically enough, on Chimney Street. We're at Apache and Chimney. So this area was completely engulfed in flames, and then they've put it out. And the idea is that this burns out and then is a natural fire break. This is, I'm going to walk across the street a little bit here. My photographer can show you. This is fire line right here, all of this yellow hose, and it's run all the way up here around the bend of the road, protecting these homes. So those guys right there are going to check out an area that just, we heard this huge, like a jet roaring, and we saw a big, huge pyre of flame, and then we saw a bear running towards us. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
not just people fleeing the area.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. There's a lot of wildlife in the area. They're probably, fleeing the flames in that direction as well. I'm surprised you've only seen one bear.
Well, let's hope we just see one bear, Tanya.
Yes. Wow. So, with Highway
lots of
50
bugs
closed,
too, I would say.
But yeah, that's almost worse. So with Highway 50 closed, though, there are only two ways out of South Lake Tahoe. And as we saw earlier, all those people have been stuck in traffic trying to get out. What is the latest you're hearing on those evacuation efforts?
At this point in time, it's a mandatory evacuation. Let me just keep my eye on these trees here, because what happens is they burn. So we don't want one to fall. They're burning at the base, and if the base is diseased or weakened, they could fall. So these guys are really good at keeping everybody safe, and they told us we were fine here, but I just want to keep an eye on that. The mandatory evacuation is people are ordered to get out, they leave, and then if they don't leave, they will have sheriff or law enforcement go around. This is typically what happens. I don't know if that's happened in that area of South Lake Tahoe, because we have other crews in that area, and they'll order people out. Here in Christmas Valley, there's several hundred homes here. There's no one here. It's all fire officials, a base camp, and that's pretty much how it is all along Highway 50. And Highway 50 has been closed, I don't know, for 10 days now, I believe it is. They had fires on both sides of Highway 50 last night, and I know yesterday one of the more popular camps, Camp Sacramento, had been saved. Sierra at Tahoe, they'd lost one building, but they were running the snowblowers to keep the other buildings from catching fire. I don't know. We're going to go back over there because I know fire inundated that area again last night. So as soon as they put out one fire, then with the wind and it's swirling and the red flag conditions, there are pop-ups elsewhere. So again, even though this was like a wall of flames about 20, 30 minutes ago, now it's burned out. You see a few little flames here and there, and see these guys? They're watching to make sure that there's no embers that are going over into the homes. This is all very planned. So there is a science to fire, and that's why these guys are here. You can fight fire with fire in terms of burning out these areas where there's lots of dried brush and vegetation to then stop any potential spread of a fire. And then there's also a road here which helps. But again, the wind is the key. It can take an ember and toss it 200 yards, and then you've got 5 other little fires. So in essence, it's like a hydra. You cut one head off, and then there's 5 others.
And Rachel, you're mentioning the wind. Obviously, weather plays a big part in the firefighting effort. What are crews expecting from the forecast over the coming days?
So we had red flag conditions yesterday and more today. It was calm earlier this morning, but the wind is definitely swirling. When we see that swirling throughout the afternoon, it's expected to continue. That's when you see the trees start doing this, and you see the fire. It basically feeds the fire. So the wind has been blowing away from us. This is the first time I haven't been wearing my mask in about 3 days because we've been in the thick of the smoke up along Highway 50. Actually, pretty clear air when we first arrived here because it hadn't hit this area, but now as it's starting to get down into more heavy vegetation, they're starting to firefight, and they're protecting homes. We had some video earlier. Again, I don't know how much of it that you were able to see, where they're backburning around some of the homes, and they're protecting the homes. They're putting out hot spots. They have crews going around and taking care, doing the best that they can to protect that property. At this point in time, again, people are not here. They actually had an evacuation of Barton Hospital, which is in this area as well. And we're going to go drive around in the next hour, just check on some different addresses, check on locations, see if they are going door to door, knocking on doors with loudspeaker. That's typically what happens. Again, the whole idea is we don't want to have another situation like with what happened with the campfire. I don't think that's possible, in having covered the campfire. And if there can be some good news in all of this, the winds, the conditions on the day that the campfire started and how quickly that overcame that community. A lot of people didn't have time to get out. There's been plenty of time with this fire going now for almost 2 weeks for people to know and see and have the opportunity to get out of harm's way. And lots of homes here are vacation homes, so they're not lived in 365 days a year. People might be out of town. So anyway, that's good news in terms of potentially, anybody being injured, but still, it's a dangerous firefight for these guys who are 2 weeks in and tired.
And there's some danger for you too, Rachel Wulff in Christmas Valley, California. Thank you so much, and stay safe out there.